There are just incredible delays for people getting through to Centrelink.
The sight of long queues outside Centrelink offices has shocked the nation as the coronavirus shutdown destroys thousands of jobs.
Centrelink has always had problems providing services to people. Its website has always been difficult for people to navigate, and it's been difficult for people to talk to Centrelink over the phone.
It makes you feel embarrassed because you feel as though, you're almost having to beg, and no one wants to beg.
Amanda Colton applied for a New Start payment in January when her casual work hours were reduced, and has spent a lot of time waiting.
I don't know how many phone calls I've made to Centrelink. However, I've only spoken to somebody once, and that was after, I think, waiting for 2.5 hours.
She's a casual retail worker, and since the coronavirus has needed the income support even more.
I work with Maya just as a sales assistant, and it's just that, we all know Maya has now shut down for a while.
Like many others, she spent hours at Centrelink offices.
Each time I visited, you have to wait in a line, and then you get given an appointment, and then you wait for that appointment. You're generally in Centrelink for 2 hours or more.
After 11 weeks of waiting, her claim was finally approved last week. But she's concerned by the delay.
The whole process has been inadequate. You couldn't say that it's achieved the goals that you would assume Centrelink was there to achieve, which is to help people as quickly as possible if they're in trouble.
So we're quite concerned that there are people out there who are on no income and can't get a Centrelink payment.
Those who have depended on the welfare system for a long time are also being affected.
I've been on the disability support pension since 2004, when I turned 18. I'm autistic. My capacity to work sometimes fluctuates. I have days where I just can't get out of bed. All the job losses.
Jay Evergreen receives a disability support payment from the government. He's noticed greater pressure on the system since the coronavirus hit.
I tried the disability call centre line, and like on a regular day, let alone with the coronavirus situation, the line was engaged.
Last week, he sat down to report his income for his part-time job at a disability advocacy organisation, but the system was unavailable.
Of course, that raised some red flags for me because for the past 3 years now, I've been reporting every fortnight and nothing kind of changes.
He tried calling Centrelink on the phone, but struggled to get through.
Over a period of 3 hours, I called the line 15 times and each time it was engaged. The 16th time it put me through to self-serve, and then it hung up on me because it didn't understand my voice in.
But on Monday, Jay received a message from MyGov, and the news wasn't good. When he opened his inbox, he found a debt letter from Centrelink for $738. What was running through your mind at the time?
It was super stressful. All I could think about was that there are so many people that are going to be in this situation, and a lot of these people are already going to be struggling.
Just days before, the federal government announced it would stop pursuing welfare debts for 6 months. But there's confusion within Centrelink over how this debt pause will actually work. Centrelink staff have told 730 that it's business as usual for some debt recovery teams. A leaked email obtained by 730 shows that some debt recovery staff were instructed on Friday to continue pursuing alleged welfare debts, even those owed by dead welfare recipients.
This is not the right time to be investigating and raising debts.
In a statement, Services Australia told 730 the pause applied to a broad range of debt recovery activities, and that it was only helping executors to finalise deceased estates. Jay Evergreen hopes Centrelink can rise to the challenge it's now faced with.
I know it's really complicated times, and we know that Centrelink have been struggling throughout this process, but it's really not ideal.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 730's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.